I just want people to remember them saying that. Remember this doubt that people are saying. Like, I need you all to, you know, if this is such a big ask, if this is such the unthinkable, am I really fighting unstoppable? You guys better remember that when I get the job done. Reward me. Reward me of taking someone on like that. Remember that. Don't change the narrative. I don't want people changing the narrative and telling me that, oh yeah, Islam's all right, yeah, but I mean, yeah, his stand-up's not that good, and you know, if he doesn't take you to the ground, it's like, hey, you thought that no one could stop his takedowns. Remember.
After an unbeaten run inside the octagon that's left him on the 145-pound throne, and with 4 rubies on the gold he's held since a 2019 victory over Max Holloway, Volkanovski is looking to enhance his legacy in the sport by adding a second belt to his mantle. The Australian will have the chance to do so in front of his home fans next February when he challenges the recently begun reign of Makhachev in the main event of UFC 284. The Great has had his chances of victory doubted by many fans and pundits. He's now demanded that those detractors don't change the narrative surrounding Makhachev's apparent invincibility if and when he gets the job done on February 11th.
Floating about right now is Jon Jones. Jon Jones, a lot of people think, would he be the man to beat Francis Ngannou? I don't know if he would. I don't know if he would. Of course, I think technically Jon's a better fighter, but Francis, one touch, one glimpse of a shot, you know, you're going to sleep.
Jones has reportedly been penciled in to fight at UFC 285, according to Nolan King of MMA Junkie. While his opponent is still a question mark, King noted that the UFC is looking to match Bones up against the Predator. Ngannou is one of the most decorated knockout artists in UFC history, but of course, it's no secret that wrestling isn't the Predator's strong suit. However, the Cameroonian did show signs of improvement in his takedown defense during his past couple of fights. On top of Bisping's point, UFC 285 will be Jones' first fight since February 2020. It is also expected to be his first fight in the heavyweight division. Do you believe Jon Jones can beat Francis Ngannou? Let us know in the comments.
Here.
Okay,
The UFC boss couldn't help but express his awe at the promotion's smallest champion picking up the biggest one. Sharing the clip on Instagram, White Road. I know I'm late to the party on this video, but holy sh**. Francis weighs 310 pounds. She weighs 126 pounds. Jon Weili, you are an absolute beast. Weili's video with Ngannou went viral shortly before Magnum beat Carla Esparza at UFC 281 to regain her strawweight title. Asked about her interaction with Ngannou, Weili joked about considering a move up to heavyweight to challenge the Predator. Magnum even hilariously suggested that the UFC heavyweight champ is not that heavy. Now it's time for our take. Is Connor McGregor coming back to the UFC? We all miss watching the Irishman display his mixed martial arts skills, and of course, his trash talk. In fact, many people started watching the UFC because of Conor. The Notorious has now been out for over a year after losing the trilogy fight against Dustin Poirier, and hasn't given any real signs that he's coming back. We now wonder, what can make McGregor fight again? It's true that he's earned all the money and fame a fighter could only dream of, but he's definitely missing the thrill of combat sports. His social media nowadays consists of constant pictures and videos of him training. He misses the glory, as you can tell, and he honestly has the opportunity to continue making history and potentially become the first 3-division champ in the history of the UFC. Yes, you heard that right. 3 divisions. He dominated the featherweight and lightweight divisions. Now it's time to move up to welterweight. In his time off, he's gotten huge, building tons of muscle. And with the current status of the division, he could beat Leon Edwards, the current champion, as he's a striker. Conor has also shown that he is training hard at wrestling, which means he plans to come back and prepare for the top contenders in the welterweight division. This also makes all the sense in the world for the UFC. He's still their biggest cash cow. A Conor McGregor fight guarantees a whole lot of pay-per-view buys. Plus, the welterweight division needs some star power, as the top contenders are not the biggest draws, especially with Khamzat aiming at the middleweight belt. We'll see what happens. Here at MMA Gold News, we believe that the Notorious will come back mid-summer of 2023 and win a fan-favorite fight to the likes of Jorge Masvidal, Gilbert Burns, or the Diaz trilogy, and skips the line to get an immediate title shot versus whoever the current champion of the welterweight division is at the end of 2023. What are your thoughts? Do you think McGregor can become a welterweight champion? Let us know what you think in the comments, and thank you for listening to today's edition of Our Take. Let's get back to the news. Khabib explains why Alexander Volkanovski is a tougher test for Islam Makhachev. During a recent sit-down interview, Nurmagomedov compared Makhachev's matchups with Volkanovski and Oliveira.
Told Islam, like, even before last fight, with Charles Oliveira, I told him, like, Volkanovski is gonna be tougher than Charles Oliveira, like, before the fight, because he was like, if Charles don't make weight, Volkanovski is supposed to fight with him, and like, I think is like he have good experience, of course, like experience, like Charles and Volkanovski, they have same, okay, they have both good experience, but if you talk about like fighting IQ and big heart, I think Volkanovski is better than him, and I think Volkanovski gonna be tougher opponent for Islam than Charles Oliveira. But anyways, who cares? We're gonna finish this guy.
Makhachev respects Volkanovski's accomplishments, but has mocked the featherweight champion's small stature. He'll have a significant size advantage over the 5'6" Volkanovski. The anticipation for February's UFC 284 card is profound, and Nurmagomedov's admission points to a potentially competitive fight between Makhachev and Volkanovski. Leave your predictions for Makhachev versus Volkanovski in the comment section below. Connor McGregor takes shots at Khabib. Former UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov made a public speaking appearance in Toronto this past weekend, and he took a thinly veiled shot at McGregor as he boasted about his team's success.
Right now we have current UFC and Bellator lightweight champions.
Amazing.
And this is amazing. This is amazing. I hear like long time ago when one guy was talking about we here to take over, but we here to take over.
Shortly after Nurmagomedov's comments began to make the rounds on social media, McGregor issued a response, daring Nurmagomedov to come out of retirement and fight him again. "I fight on," McGregor wrote in a tweet that has been deleted. "Your father's plan is never complete because you quit and ran, brother. God bless. I'm still here if you want to go again. But your fear of defeat means you've already lost. Run from it all you want. We all lose in the end. Death takes us all. I feared nothing but God." Sean O'Malley guarantees his next fight is for the title. Suga told Mark Raimondi of ESPN that he expects to fight again in mid-2023. So Sterling could try to squeeze in another defense between now and then. And since Henry Cejudo announced he was ending retirement and returning to competition, it is likely he could get a shot at the Funk Master.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the biggest fight, obviously.
That's exactly what he said. He said you're the biggest fight. That's exactly his exact words.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Anybody I fight is going to be the biggest fight in the division, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell him. I am obviously the biggest fight. I feel like me versus Henry is a bigger fight than me versus Aljo. If you're talking number-wise, which is maybe not that big of a difference because Henry and Aljo are pretty similar when it comes to draws, which is kind of weak. But you know, I'm as excited as everyone to figure out how this all plays out. So until then, I'm just going to be grinding, training, getting better, eating good, sleeping good, recovering, and yeah, training. So I'm excited.
Are you excited to watch O'Malley get a title shot? That's all for today's video. If you want to know the latest UFC news, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and click the like button so you don't miss any details about the upcoming fights. Thanks for watching. See you soon.